Hello, I'm Evan Donovan, Director of Educational Technology for City Vision University. In this screencast, I'll be showing you the new gradebook features and the updated version of our course management system, and demonstrating how you can view and update the grades for your students on their assignments. We're now, as of last week, on Moodle 2.9, the latest version of our course management system. In this version, there are two major differences in the gradebook. First, there's a sticky table header and left column, which should make things more readable. And second, you have a quicker access to what they call the single view that allows you to edit the grades for a single student for the whole course. For privacy reasons, I've created a demo course in which I can show you these. So, as you can see, I'm on the main screen of the course. So this is where you'll always begin. You'll start with logging into the course management system as you usually do and going to your course. And then once you're in the course, so you can scroll down and you'll see on the left-hand side the grades link. And you can click on the grades link, and then that will take you into the basic gradebook. Note that in the basic gradebook, it shows you the grades for everyone as letters by default, but when you're going to be editing the grades, you'll be putting them in as numbers, just from 0 all the way up to whatever the maximum point value is for that particular assignment. So the next thing I wanted to show you in here is how there's a sticky table header. What I mean by this is that if you scroll down, once you have gotten to enough of the table that the top of it has gone off the screen, this top row where it lists the last name, first name, email address, and the assignment names, that stays fixed in place so you can keep track of where you are. This is different than how in the previous versions it didn't do that, and the only way you could tell where you were is that if you hovered over a particular square, it would say what person assignment it was. Note also that to scroll across horizontally, you need to click on the scroll bar at the bottom of the browser window and drag that across. As you do that, then you'll see the left-hand column that has the names. You'll see that stays fixed in place as well. So those are the improvements that they've made to the navigation of the very large grid of all the grades. Now, typically, when people are first grading an assignment, they'll go into that assignment to see what the submissions are on it so that they can grade those submissions individually. So you can do that from the main course page itself by clicking on the assignments. So I'm not going to show that right now. You should probably already be familiar with that, but I'll show you that you can also do it here in the gradebook by clicking on the name of the assignment. So when you do that, it takes you to this page called the grading summary, and you can just click on the link view grade all submissions. Note here that there's one submission that has been posted. And so then you can see it'll show you all the submissions that have been made. It doesn't necessarily fit on one screen all the information, so you will have to scroll across to the right if you want to see all the information for this thing. So for example, here you can see any comments that either you or they have posted on the assignments. You can see what the comments were that you had posted in the feedback and the final grade. This right here, under file submissions, is of course the most important thing. This is where you can click to download what it was that they submitted for your review. And then the last modified, this is a date that shows when they submitted that most recently. So the difference then obviously in the status submitted for grading is where they have a submission, and then otherwise it just says no submission. So then you can go in here to an individual assignment submission. You can click on that little right icon, the little pencil, and you can scroll down and you can assign the grade, and you can put in any comments that you want to put in, and then you can just hit save changes. And then that'll take you back to this particular assignment's grading screen, and it'll show that now it's been graded, and you can see the grade that was assigned there. And you can see your feedback comments over there as well. So that's how you can just grade on a particular assignment, but there are a few other ways that you can do grading more efficiently that might be helpful later in the term. To get back to those, probably the quickest way is to just click back up here at the top on the main course, and then in your sidebar again you'll see grades, and then you're back at the grader report. So from here there's something you can do called quick grading. In the quick grading you can just basically go down and double click and type in a series of grades for one or multiple students. And then once you move out of a particular cell into another one, then that'll be saved. Note that they show up for right now as numbers, but then when I reload the page, they'll turn into the appropriate letter grade based on the percentage that they are of the maximum point value. When you add grades in this way, instead of the way that I showed you previously, these grades have been overridden. That just means that if you wanted to edit them in the future, you would need to edit them in the gradebook instead of going to the particular assignment. Another way that you can edit in the gradebook is by clicking the Turn Editing On button in the upper right. And then you can go through and it puts them all in a grid with boxes that you can enter grades in. Then when you're done, you can just turn editing off and it'll have added that new grade that you put in. Something that's significant that you can see also is if you want to look at the grades for a particular student only, you can click on the pencil icon to the right of their name to get into what's called the single view. This just shows the grades that they have on all the assignments for the course. It shows the grades that they have on all the assignments for the course, and you can change the numbers on the grades and the feedback if they've been overridden. If they haven't been overridden, then you have to click this checkbox first, and then that unlocks them so that you can put in the information here. So then once you've done that, then you can hit save and hit continue. And after that, to get back to the main report, you click on the drop down and select Grader Report. Finally, two final things are that you can click on this little box to the right of someone's name, and that just shows all the grades that person has received in the course in a non-editable format. This is what the user themselves would see if they go into the course. And so then the last thing that I wanted to show you is that similar to the single view for a person, there's also a single view for an assignment. So you can click on the pencil to the right of the assignment name, and then you can go through and you can see all the grades for the different students in the course for that particular assignment. And you could modify the feedback, and if you wanted to add a grade, you can put it in here and then go down to the bottom and click save. And then when you're done with that, you can go back to the main grader report. So that's all the different things that you can do in the gradebook system. I hope that you found this video helpful, and let us know at support@cityvision.edu if you have any questions. Thanks.